8 good reasons to use a credit card. I know. A lot of people are scared of credit cards, but it's a lot of people who are thriving with the use of credit cards, being strategic. And here are 8 good reasons for you to consider using credit cards if you have not began to use them already. What up? You got Mr. Smith, 0.5 of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and in this brief video I want to give you 8 quick reasons to use a credit card. And just to make sure I ain't leaving anything off the list, got a little bullet point of things that I personally know and have experienced from an angle of using credit cards. Some I haven't experienced, but I'm aware of it, and some may even shock you as it relates to the incentives that are that are starting to come along with the use of credit cards. And it's more than this, but I'm gonna just give you these 8, and then I may give you the others in a later video. Number 1, sign-up bonuses. A lot of times you get a sign-up bonus when you apply for a credit card. So say you get approved for the credit card, it comes with a sign-up bonus. That may be $200 if you spend X amount by a certain date, a free $200. Now the goal, of course, is to spend that money but pay it off, because you don't want to carry a balance. You don't want to carry anything above 9% of a balance on a month-to-month basis. So that sign-up bonus is something that you can benefit from just from tapping into using that particular card. So the sign-up bonus may put some free cash in your money on some money that you would have already spent anyway. That's the thing. You want to make sure there's things you're doing anyway that can benefit you even more. Number 2, which is perfect, cash back. So it's a lot of things that you're spending money on anyway. Why not get cash back for it? You're going to buy groceries anyway. Why not get cash back for it? You're going to pay your bills or certain bills anyway. Why not get cash back for it? You're going to spend money on whatever items you choose to spend money on anyway. Why not get cash back for it? And depending on the card, sometimes it's dollar for dollar, so a point per dollar. Sometimes it varies. Sometimes they have specials that allow you to get multiple points and cash back. Anyway, still keep the same rule as it relates to whatever you spend money on. Make sure it's something that you have in cash to pay right off, because if you look at it from that angle, now you can accumulate a ton of points with doing things you were going to do anyway. Somebody type anyway in the comments down below. Anyway, now you're able to benefit from the use of a credit card with things that you were going to do anyway. Cash back. Number 3, the third reason is investment rewards. Now, this is a new one, and this may be one that shocks most people, but you know, it's cards or people or brokerage accounts that issue out credit cards because they are in the financial space. Fidelity being one. We have an account with Fidelity as well, but we didn't even know this. But as we're starting to learn it and realize it, it starts to make a ton of sense. But anyway, the Fidelity account allows you to get a credit card. With that credit card, they give you incentives. One of the incentives in the form of the cash back that they give you is the cash back has to be applied towards your investments. So you're not getting the money directly. However, if that cash back is applied directly to your investments, it's growing your wealth. It's building your portfolio. And then at some point you might decide that you need to sell and take profits or whatever the case may be from your investment account. But it allowed you to take money you were spending, convert it into cash back, which converted it into an asset that brought you a rate of return. That's a powerful concept. That's a powerful concept. And Fidelity allows that incentive. So investment incentives. Number 4 is frequent flyer miles. A lot of people are interested in flying, and flying is one of the things that is not so easy to get a discount on unless you're using something like a frequent flyer mile program or some other things. You know, it's other strategies people use. It's, you know, typically you can find deals on hotels and rooms and vacations. It's a lot of different companies out there. We actually offer a free travel membership that allows people to get access to discounted prices that they won't find anywhere with 110% match. So if you want access to that, click one of the available links below so you can get access to that travel membership to save yourself money. However, when it comes to frequent flyer miles, the ability to save money on travel, that's something that really is beneficial if you're doing it the right way. So some of these cards have frequent flyer miles. So as you're spending money, you're accumulating your frequent flyer miles, and who knows, you may get a free flight out of the deal, a free flight for the family out of the deal, out of money that you were going to spend anyway. So that's reason number 4. Number 5 is safety. Safety. You see, a lot of times when you're going places, and traveling being one of them, if you were to spend out of your debit card or spend with cash while you're out there on a trip, if something was to happen to your debit card, for example, or some type of fraud took place, it's a lot harder to try to recover that money, because debit cards are just like cash on a plastic. Basically, it's cash on plastic. So the money comes off instantly, and if something happens, you can't fight it as much. You can, but it takes more effort in order to get that money back. With credit cards, the process is a lot seamless. They don't mind saying, okay, we honor that, put the money back on the card, sometimes right away, because they have that leverage. They have that ability to make sure that you're protected, because it's built-in safety with the credit card. So that's something that you may want to consider as well. And that's number 5. Number 6 is the grace period. Like I stated, whenever you're using your credit card or your debit card, that's money spent instantly, just like cash. You spend it, it's gone, and that's fine. But with the grace period, sometimes what that allows you to do is you spend the money on a credit card, and you don't have to pay it off right then and there, which is recommended to go and pay it off at the end of the week. But from a convenience standpoint, without you having to take cash from certain places, depending on the amount of the purchase, now you're able to say, you know what, I got a certain amount of time, I'll pay it off, Friday. Still be disciplined about it, but it does give you the grace period that doesn't come from debit cards. Number 7, insurance. See, a lot of cars come with built-in insurance. What do I mean? A lot of times you can get insurance from travel. Basically just from traveling, you having that credit card, is built-in insurance on it. Rental cars being another one. A lot of times when you rent a car, they ask you if you want to pay extra for insurance, or you can sometimes use your own insurance, but credit cards allow you to leverage the insurance that come along with you being a member. So that insurance that comes along with the credit card is another good reason to have a credit card in your toolbox. And last but certainly not least, you want to have a credit card to build credit. If you haven't listened to many of our videos, if you have listened to any of our videos, there's a good chance we probably said something about the power of credit utilization, how that's 30% of your credit score, how there's 165 points that come from that. So by having a credit card, you open up that door, that window of opportunity to accumulate 165 points. Not only that, with you having a credit card, in terms of building credit, many credit cards allow you to get your FICO scores for free. FICO is the scoring model that most creditors and lenders use to determine if you qualify for whatever it is that you're applying for. So with you being able to get access to a FICO score, what that does is allow you to get more of a true score versus the Credit Karmas and the Vantage scores. And nothing against those scores, because I use Vantage scores as it relates to my clients, because it saves them a little money. Plus it allows me to still gauge their progression and their success. But FICO is a true score, and many times credit cards offer the free FICO score as well. Just something to think about. Now, if you want to put it all together and make sure you're understanding how to best maximize your credit scenario, be sure you click any of the available links below, because it's a ton of free nuggets and other additional things that can benefit you from a wealth standpoint or a credit and cash flow standpoint. So take full advantage of what's available down below. But nonetheless, these are 8 good reasons to use your credit card to your advantage. Of course, there are more, and if you know of more, leave it in the comments so people can know that credit cards does have several benefits, but these are just 8 that I want you to keep in mind, so that way you don't shy away from credit cards, and if you're using them the right way strategically to best benefit your financial situation. That's all I got for this video. See you on the next one. Mr. Smith, signing out.